Yo, what up? It's Benjamin D'Souza here, back with another classic. And I want to speak on a few things that's been going on in these YouTube streets as of late. Jose P. Jackson made a response video to this female YouTuber talking about, nice guys finishing last and whatnot. And I just want to address a few points that pop up within this narrative and whatnot. When these females say, well, you say that you're a nice guy, but you're approaching these women with ulterior motives, and you're just taking that chick to an expensive restaurant on a date because you want some. You're just opening doors from her because you want some. You're just being nice because you want some. Duh. I thought this shit was implied. What the fuck, man? I see we gotta go back to elementary school and re-educate these motherfuckers, man. If I interact with anybody of either gender and of any race in any capacity, I want something from them. You know what I'm saying? I want something from, I'm not just being nice for my own, my own health and whatnot. Now, sometimes I do be nice to people just for the sake of just because. But if I approach a woman and I approach her in the field and I'm, trying to put my G Mizzy down and shit, and I'm trying to get her number and I'm trying to get her out on the date, yeah, sex is implied, man. It might not be on the first date, it might not be on the second date, but somewhere down the line, I'm trying to crack them thighs open. You know what I'm saying? So this whole, well, if you're really a nice guy, you should just be nice and not expect anything in return. Bullshit, nigga. Bullshit. Fuck you talking about, man? When I go into these truck stops after I done fueled up or whatever, and I go to the cashier counter to talk to the cashier about something, maybe I need a receipt for my gas, or I need to buy some windshield wiper fluid, or whatever the case is. I'm interacting with this person. I'm being courteous to this person. I'm being nice to this person because I want something. I want to complete this transaction. Same thing for the females, man. Same thing when I'm talking to these females out here in the field and shit. If I'm hollering at you, yeah. It goes without saying that I find you attractive in some sort of capacity, and I'm considering bedding you and putting you to the sword. Yeah, of course. What the fuck? So yeah, like I said before, man, this is a quid pro quo type of deal. You got what I want and I got what you need. Let's talk. You feel me? But I want to transition and address something that I heard on Gab Talk Radio's podcast channel and whatnot. He interviewed the breakdown of women's perspective, the tag team duo, or as I like to call them, the good cop, bad cop duo of the manosphere. Sister George and Concrete Rose. And during the conversation, Sister George brought up something that was somewhat controversial to say and whatnot, especially in these environments. When you're talking about, what Pookie&RayRay do and what the Educated Lame does to get women, and, how each group of men varies with the women in comparison to the other. And Game Changer 00100 made a podcast response to what she said, but I would like to kind of address what she said. She said that Pookie&RayRay allegedly doesn't have these type of issues with these women because they get the women to submit. I surmise that no, Pookie&RayRay did not get these women to submit. But in fact, Pookie&RayRay submitted to the woman. Now I know that's kind of it's kind of a, it's kind of a radical thing to say and whatnot, but hear me out. Man of Tomorrow said this in a video. I forgot the video name, but it was so powerful what he said. He said that if you're dealing with masculine women, there has to be, and I'm paraphrasing him, there has to be a feminine component within that dynamic. So if you're dealing with a masculine woman, then you, sir, are the feminine component in that equation. You know what I'm saying? It's not that Pookie and Ray Ray are getting these guys to submit. Au contraire, mon frere. Pookie and Ray Ray are submitting to them and their matriarchal way of operating. You know? Now I know a lot of people, especially the female detractors and shit in this space, they like to say, well, you guys talk about, these women who are in corporate America and whatnot, they're getting dropped off at work by their Pookie and Ray Ray boyfriends, and he just goes home and plays Madden all day while she's at work, and then he's driving her car and shit. Listen, bro, everybody's seen that shit, man. That is not, that right there, that's not just a one-off, bro. Motherfuckers from California all the way to the Eastern Seaboard has seen this shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to bank at this particular bank back home, back when I was in college and working. And I used to go to this bank every Friday to, do my banking business and whatnot. And there was this chick there, right? Light-skinned chick. She would wear wigs from time to time, but she had like the little short crop cut that was blonde. She had the Eve thing going on there. And hey, she was looking good, man. And ironically enough, a chick who I went to high school with, she does her nails. And I kind of seen her on Facebook, doing my homegirl's nails or whatever. But anyway, I seen this chick up in this bank a couple times. Like, she did my transactions for me and whatnot. I'm like, man, this shorty kind of, she looking kind of good. You feel me? One day I'm pulling up to the bank. I get to the bank sometimes like maybe 15 minutes before it opens and shit, go in there and do what I do. So the bank's about to open. I see like a Nissan Maximum pull up, right? Nissan Maximum. I see like a Nissan Maximum pull up. Some, how you say, stereotypical Pookie and Ray Ray, flat bill, sports cap on, that's kind of cocked to the side or whatever. Atypical what you would imagine a Pookie and Ray Ray to look like. He pulls up, she hops out the passenger seat, goes into the bank, and then he pulls off. We've seen this shit time after time, man. Now, he's a dope boy, or a street boy, or a Pookie and Ray Ray. I know that's not his car. Why the fuck would he buy a Nissan Maximum? You know what I'm saying? When the last time you seen a Pookie and Ray Ray, who has block credentials, go out and buy a Nissan Maximum? So I automatically knew that was her car, If he was dropping her off at work in his whip, he'd be pulling up in like a box Chevy on some rims or something, or like a Monte Carlo or a Mustang, or one of these new Camaros or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be pulling up in a Nissan Maximum. Shit, he might pull up in one of them them new Malibus or new Impalas and shit. But a Nissan Maximum, come on, man. Everybody knows those are chick cars, man. She's dealing with him not because she's submitting to him. She's dealing with him because he's submitting to her. I've said this ad nauseum. I've entered me, Benjamin D'Souza, the warlord. I've entered this within the lexicon of the black manosphere, that these chicks are purposely seeking out derelict men so that they can get these derelict men to submit to their program. That's what's going on. So whatever perceived success that you may see from these Pookie and RayRay men, that you may see them have with women, that's not success in my eyes. Because if you got to break yourself for a bitch, if you got to get into a bitch's pocketbook or purse, instead of her breaking herself for you and getting into your pocket, you're losing. You're not winning. You know? So, no. And a lot of these, especially these Pookie and RayRay types who, they're not getting any true submission out of their women. And I'll explain this. For the most part, especially the ones who deal in illegal activity and whatnot, man, these motherfuckers know that the bitch that they fucking with the long way or whatever, whether it's a long-term girlfriend or a baby mama, man, these chicks got them by the balls, you know? How many brothers are in state penitentiary right now, or federal penitentiary right now, because they were engaging in illegal street activity and their girlfriend or baby mama was the ones who called the tips hotline and ratted them out? You know what I'm saying? How many times has that happened within the black community? I would like to know. But anyway, that's all I got on that, man. Get up on that.